Okay, what is up, guys? Malcolm back again from Majestic Skies, and quite unique conditions here. It's a bit of a spur of the moment sort of stream here, but there's quite a robust system moving through central Texas, and there's a likely tornado outbreak that's going to occur with this system here. So it's definitely something that we want to keep an eye on, of course. So I hope this stream is working well. I'm just going to give it a quick test here, and I'll give you guys a rundown of what we are expecting spur of the moment sort of stream here, but there's quite a robust system moving through central Texas, and there's a likely tornado outbreak that's going to occur with this. Okay, everything seems to be working for the moment. We're switching between quite a few different resources we have here, which I'm using an emulator for getting these live fed there. Should be able to zoom this out in a moment. There we go. All right. It's a little slow, but you can see we have a very strong storm just to the southeast of Abilene, Texas. Not sure if any tornado watches have been issued here, but definitely look into that right now. Let's see here, see what the current watches are. I'm pretty sure there's probably already a tornado watch on this system moving through the area. Yes, tornado watch has been issued in this area. See if I can get that open as well to show you guys that in a moment, but for now we want to track these storms which are currently ongoing. So this storm, I would say, is the most likely to produce a tornado right now. If I play through here, I'll show you guys the loop of this storm. Definitely already showing some rotation in the early development. She developed a hook echo quite quickly. Seems like it's separating from the storm. It's a little too early in the life cycle of this storm to produce quite yet, but certainly we can see quite a few storms kind of popping up in the area. Some of which are definitely going severe quite quickly, as you can see. If I look to the north around Lubbock, we also have another storm that's moving directly towards Lubbock, Texas. Right there, you can see it. And it does have a severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm going to see if I can turn on some of the other tools we have here. Okay, it doesn't look like we have any lightning or anything. This emulator, that's okay. I actually have the pro version on my phone, but like I said, spur of the moment. Couldn't figure out how to have my account added onto here, so I'll ignore this for now. I close this. Apologize for the unprofessionalism, but we'll get this going here in just a moment. Oh, there we go. All right. I apologize. This is the first time I've streamed with this emulator, so it's a bit of a learning process. But like I said, this is the storm that's the most likely to produce for now. This is the one we'll be watching most closely. Definitely some pretty large hail within that too, as you can see. See if I can use my inspector here. Yeah, okay. Oh no, apparently I need Radarscope's Pro. Maybe I'll switch between my phone and this. I'll give you guys the values of this as it occurs. But definitely, you can see already actually another hook is developing with this storm. So right in here, you can already start to see another hook developing. So let me give a quick check here, make sure my audio is large hail within that too, as you can see. See if I can use my inspector here. Yeah, okay. Oh no, apparently I need Radarscope's Pro. Maybe I'll switch between my phone and this. I'll give you guys the values of this as it. Okay, everything's working great. Good to see. So I'm going to add another window here and show you guys what the current tornado watch is. I also have some live streams which I'll be pulling from as well. But yeah, we should be able to get another window open here. Okay, window capture. right. There we go. All right, beautiful. So I have found a way to capture the screen, as you can see here. Just going to resize this and fix this up a little bit here. That should be about that. Okay, so we're just going to get this open here. I'll just make this full screen for now. All right, so you can see Tornado Watch has been issued, Tornado Watch number 54. Zoom in so that this is actually readable. Immediate broadcast requested, Tornado Watch number 54. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch for portions of southern Oklahoma, west central Texas. This is basically going into place from 4:40 p.m., which we're right about that time right now, and until midnight. So this is going to be quite a long outbreak. I don't know that I'll be doing the face cam for the entire thing, but as you can see, a few tornadoes likely, with a couple intense tornadoes possible. Widespread large hail and scattered very large hail, which we're already starting to see. Scattered damaging wind gusts likely to 70 miles per hour. I believe this is a more rural area that's being included into this, but you can see the Dallas Fort Worth area is also kind of on the fringes of this. So I'm certainly going to hope that these systems mostly stay in rural areas, so there's limited damage there. Switch back to radar scope here. I'll give you guys a better idea of what's going on right now. Oh, that's weird. Screen glitched up. I apologize, you probably didn't see any of that, guys. What the heck happened there? Okay, I'm just going to delete this window. That's a glitch. Well, hopefully you heard what I said at least. But we'll get this working properly here. Chrome. What the heck? Yeah, weird. We're going to get this working. Just bear with me here. There we go. Oh, I think if you resize it at all, it causes issues. So that's good to know. I did not realize that. This is going to have to just take up this side of the screen here. So now we know. All right. Now you can actually see the tornado watch. Apologize, this isn't the most ideal setup here. Do some troubleshooting here to get this working properly. There we go. All right, so now I can give you guys information on the tornado watch. See, tornado risk is actually quite high, likelihood high. Even EF2 plus tornadoes are at moderate risk. So this could be quite an outbreak, unfortunately. You know, it's always dangerous too when it occurs at night, but you can see some of the stuff I went over there. Remember, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes and severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch area. So this is a pretty high risk day. We're actually looking, if we go back to the Storm Prediction Center, we're looking at a enhanced risk, which is quite concerning indeed. You can see that tornado watch just pop up as this is cycling through. Back tomorrow even, we have a likely tornado outbreak as well possible. You can see this goes quite far north for this season, or for this time of year as well. You can see even in Iowa, there's quite a bit of tornado risk. Actually, here in Illinois, really needs to watch out as well. We're looking at risk levels now. This actually used to be 5%, but they've upped it to 10% for tomorrow. So we're looking risk levels quite comparable to today. A tiny bit lower, but still quite comparable. This is obviously amid, you know, the Corona COVID-19 pandemic. So quite a lot going on right now in the United States. They have this virus that is just starting to spread pretty rapidly, and unfortunately as well we have this pretty serious situation with the severe weather today. Once again, back to radar scope, you can see this storm here is developing quite quickly. You can see that they have numerous other severe thunderstorm warnings which are being issued in the area. Great if I could just zoom this out a bit though. What I'm probably going to do is, yeah, it's just so hard to do on a laptop that doesn't have a touchscreen. Wait, there you go. I think I did it. Believe this can be done. Okay, what I have to do is probably just close this app. It's killing me. It's killing me with this. Okay. Device not supported, but it was just working. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, just numerous issues. It's okay. Should be able to get this working. What the heck is up with this? It was literally just working. Alright, well, should start working in a moment here. Alright, let's see. Alright, there we go. So we're going to kind of stay a little bit more zoomed out because we don't need to go that close in. Right now we just want to see the big picture, so now this gives you a better idea of just the big picture of what's going on. I will zoom in a tiny bit, but not nearly as far as before because it's kind of glitching out with zooming out. Yeah, maybe go to maybe here. That's probably good. Alright, so what I'll go ahead and do is turn on some of the other tools we have here at our disposal. Layers. I don't want that. Once again, I still say this storm has the highest tornado risk for now. Oh, there we go. That's how you do it. It's typically how you do it. It's so weird. It doesn't want to let me change anything. Oh, there it is. Gosh, I'm just so used to using it on my on an Android device. It's just throwing me off. There we go. All right. So not really a lot of rotation right now. It had actually more previously in the storm. See if I can turn on a longer loop to give you guys a full idea of what this storm's already done right at the start of its life. Options. I turn this up. Oh, so annoying. Okay, I was just trying to turn up the loop amount, but we're just gonna have to deal with the current radar. Like I said, we do have this storm up in Lubbock. Doesn't appear to have very high tornado risk right now, so we're probably just going to put that on the sideline for now. But for now, it's just simply waiting for these tornado warnings to be issued, because there will be tornado warnings once these storms start to organize. But for now, it's just a little bit too early in this outbreak. But you can see a hook echo might already be developing with this one. So this one's probably the most likely to produce. So for now, I'm going to switch back to Chrome and show you guys some of the other information we have here. Alright, so I'm going to open up Pivotal Weather here. And this is one of the forecasting tools I use here. And we'll be able to get some soundings for what the atmosphere is like in this area right now. Okay, we're going to use the HER. Okay, I apologize, the window is a little bit of a mess, but we will definitely make this work. Alright. Obviously, south central Texas and western Texas is kind of our concerned area for now. Go ahead and open up the forecast loop. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the supercell composite. Should be quite beneficial right now for seeing exactly what we're dealing with and why this has such a high warning. You can see this is the supercell composite. You can see this storm which is developing is right in this area here. So if we go ahead and pull a sounding from there, we should get an idea of what we're looking at with this. You can see right away possible hazard type tornado. So this is something that's been forecasted well in advance here. But pretty much all the warning signs for a tornado outbreak are pretty off the charts today. We're dealing with very high dew points, very high temperatures in the 60s to low 70s. So definitely pretty substantial energy in the atmosphere. Possibility for EF3 to EF4 tornadoes at the kind of worst end. So this atmosphere is definitely quite conducive. So anytime you see those kind of values for the severe and supercell composite, definitely don't want to see that. Now it looks like it's going to be a pretty short-lived event, mostly now moving forward, up until maybe midnight, but even then it's a bit of a stretch. But even here, at the end of the outlook for this event, we'll likely still see pretty substantial values here once these storms progress to the northeast. You can see even later in the day, still definitely some potential for tornadoes later in this outbreak as well. So that's one of the models. It's the supercell composite. Go ahead and use the significant tornado parameter so we can kind of verify what areas are most likely to see the most powerful tornadoes. Oops, let me do that. Actually seeing a small area in very far south Texas, almost in Mexico. I'm curious about that area now. Whether we'll get any storms down there, I'm not sure, but well, it's not the most conducive, but sometimes this glitches out. So I have a feeling if we choose an area just outside of where this storm's going to develop, we'll probably see better values. Yeah, so definitely some potential for a tornado in the very southern areas of Texas as well, into Mexico. That's actually completely in Mexico, but obviously the area we're watching, you can see pretty extreme values here in this area. So go ahead and pick maybe the highest value in this area and see how substantial this event could be. Okay, so once again, classic supercell, possible critical angle 85. Let's get very high dew points, lots of cape. Not a ton of water in this too, so it would likely be a pretty photogenic storm. I think Reed Timmer's out chasing today, so I'm sure he's probably on one of these storms. And I'm sure lots of other chasers are too. I mean, I would be out too, but I do not live in Texas, so it's a bit of a far drive for me. In fact, I'm actually not even allowed in the United States right now because of the current pandemic with the coronavirus. But I digress. Hopefully that blows over soon. Let's go back to our tracking of these storms. You can see there are definitely more clusters of storms forming here. Still no tornado warnings, but we do also have some other severe thunderstorm warnings in this area further to the north. Right on the Oklahoma border, seeing some stronger storms developing. So definitely a concerning situation for sure. Definitely seeing some large hail as well. The storm's actually showing a little bit smaller hail, but still very early. It's likely going to occur as these storms are going to start to organize. Still quite small supercells, and once that happens, it's going to definitely progress from there and get exponentially more dangerous. But what we'll go ahead and do now is I'll see if there's any streams going on in Texas. I'm just checking right now.
East, probably going to pass between Putnam and the Cross Plains area. We'll bring you updates, and we'll have, of course, some right for you at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I found a live
news.
stream pretty close to Abilene. I'm just kind of checking it right now to see if it has any actual videos. It might be pretty similar to what I'm doing right now. It's just showing radar and explaining the current situation.
Texas storm alert. Stay right here for more information as soon as it becomes available.
Well, we found one, so that's good. I'll probably just save all these in a notepad for reference there, because they might have some videos directly from chasers or whatnot. Okay, so we can forget about that for now. Found one stream. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go on Periscope. The reason for that is a lot of the times we'll see these chasers posting on here live as things are occurring. How do I filter this? See if anybody's tuning in. Oh my gosh, I have a donation. Wow, so generous. From Olivia. It's very nice of you. All right. Everything seems to be working properly with the stream, though, so that's good. Let's just see if we can see some live streams. We can see what the conditions are like. I'm just going to try to find any in the area. Stream map. No, that's not what we want. Oh, sometimes it's so hard to find live streams. Let's go live webcams. There we go. That one. All right. One thing that sucks about this thing is, yeah, this thing doesn't show the exact location of these. It just shows the state that it's in, which is kind of lame. So you have to like go through each one. If I was, I don't think there's many in this area. I kind of scoped it out before switching over, but I don't think there was a ton in this area. Just see what else is going on with these storms. These storms definitely have a lot of potential as well, to be honest. Once they organize, these could definitely do some damage. These are all going to be basically moving towards Wichita Falls, so it certainly will be interesting to see. I know I saw one webcam over here just to the west of Wichita Falls, so probably should be checking on that one later, but for right now we just don't have any live cams. We'll be watching on this though to see what happens as it develops. I did find that one live stream, but no live video on the field, from the field, so. Just trying to see if I can find anything, but it's turning into a bit of a problem here. Yeah, they're all in like Dallas, Texas, and busier areas. See if I can maybe just get some kind of background videos here just to keep you guys informed. See if this other live stream that I found has any useful information for now. Because right now it is just a waiting game, watching as these storms develop. There's a ton of lightning being produced, of course, but you know, as of now, it's too early in this outbreak to have any tornado warnings. Okay, we're just going to see if maybe the Dallas-Fort Worth has a live stream for music. No, we'll be right back. Part of the reason I'm doing this, I guess, is to raise awareness because of the things that are ongoing with...
in the next few minutes about the virus response here in North Texas. Fox 4 News at
Yeah,
6
right
is
now the
next
news is
with
just talking
Steve
about the
and Emily.
virus. It's not even talking
Corey,
about
thank
the
you.
weather,
Dallas
so.
County is expected to announce
That's the
some
thing.
changes to its emergency declaration.
Obviously, that's probably going to affect a lot more people, so I understand, but you know, still, this weather does need to be watched closely. I will copy that live stream too, just for reference. But yeah, once again, for now, we're just going to be watching these storms very closely, watching for any new developments, any rotation developing, of course. This is obviously an area of Texas that's, most of Texas is pretty familiar with having quite severe weather and tornado outbreaks and whatnot. See, they just issued another severe thunderstorm warning just from a moment ago. See if I can get some information on what the storm's doing exactly while we're waiting here. Yeah, so right now they're saying this storm's capable of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as you can see, and $half size hail. So that's pretty large hail there. Yeah, $half size, I wonder what that would be, but you know, it's definitely getting up there. It's not golf ball size or anything, but oh, here we go. Hail 1.25 inches. You can't actually see that because it's cut off by my face, but hail 1.25 inches, so pretty large, definitely damaging hail occurring with this storm. Back here, this one I think is going to produce eventually. It's just a matter of time. It's in a very favorable environment. In fact, while we're waiting, we'll look at some of the other products to see what's developing here. Super res velocity. Let's see. Yeah, definitely some rotation developing. Could be producing in the near future. Go ahead and zoom in to get a better idea on that. Might have to close this window if it does that thing again, but for now I think that's a good zoom level. But definitely some rotation starting to develop. This is in the lowest parts of the atmosphere, so I'm pretty sure if we move this up, maybe not. Usually you'll see the rotation developing first in the higher portions of the atmosphere. See there, you can see it a little bit. So what we're looking for though is obviously low level rotation, which would be tilt 1. So between tilt 2 you can see a little bit more pronounced rotation there. And then tilt 1 is definitely starting to develop as well. It's nothing crazy strong right now. Pretty low wind speeds at the moment, but it'll definitely get up there. I mean, 60 mile per hour is not really that low, but you're just on severe weather terms, you know, it's not off the charts quite yet. But this one I think has the highest potential. It's very isolated, so there's not many storms fighting over it for energy right now. So it pretty much has all the energy it needs. We'll see if a tornado does develop. We might be using this correlation coefficient, just testing to see if it worked. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of rainfall with this too, as this is total rainfall amounts. You probably want 1 hour rainfall instead of that. Yeah, so you can see this is going to be producing a lot of rainfall, so it could be flash flooding with this. Of course, as with really any severe thunderstorm, you're going to be getting substantial rainfall. And as we know, 2019 was quite an intense year for flooding, so we're just hoping that that doesn't occur again this next year, because that would just be very devastating. But yeah, the storm is definitely getting quite organized here. It's super isolated. I think this could produce very soon. Could see a tornado warning being issued once that rotation becomes a little bit more pronounced. Perhaps I'll check one on Twitter here and see what's currently going on with tweets about some of these storms. See if there's any tornado warnings. Nope. Still too early. All right. So we'll leave it on that screen, and I'll just kind of look through here for some further information on that. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. I'm already logged in here. I see Reed Timmer's out right now, as expected. Oh, he's got a drone actually, and he's going to be flying it into the tornado. Or at least trying to. Okay, yeah, so 18 minutes ago we do have a video from Reed Timmer here. So obviously a very well-known storm chaser. So I'll go ahead and bring that up on screen. It's not the kind of thing where I'm going to change the window for now, but this is one of the storms that we're watching. This is Broward, Texas, which I think, go ahead and turn off the volume here. Let's turn it down a little bit. This I think is the one that we've been watching quite closely here. I'll just check. I believe that's the one that we've been watching. It's definitely a supercell. Super isolated. Yeah, let's see. Yep, that's the one we've been watching. So that storm right there is, go ahead and switch that over so I can show you guys. This is very mean looking storm. That's this one here. So that's this storm. We're on Cross Plains, that's this storm. So still developing, but as you can see from the video, it's definitely getting pretty strong. Let's see if I can find some we could probably get a tower cam from Lubbock, but we'll check. Maybe we can still go to that for a live stream. Let's see. Storm's kind of moved out of Lubbock now, as you can see. It's now going to be moving to the north, so we'll check it. We'll check the Lubbock live stream cam to see what we're able to see here. Because it is something we can show that's a little bit more live. Okay, so we found one. It looks like it's facing away from the storm, though. I'll show you guys this. There's not really much to see. So this is one of the ones. I'm not sure. Pretty sure we're looking the other direction. The storm's behind where this camera's facing. And yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of it for Lubbock from what I'm seeing here. So too bad. See if I can get a time lapse here. Oh yeah, there we go. So you can kind of see the storm roll through right there. Oh no, actually, hold on. This was from days ago. I'm sorry. So we actually have to play through this to get the most recent update. So I'll let you guys know. Looks like they do it every half hour or so. So this is the start of today. And right at the end, we should start to see some. See if I can go through frame by frame. Yeah. Okay, so we can go through frame by frame now and just see when this cell moves through. Oops, not too far. Yeah, I don't think they captured much on this. Right there, it's probably when the storm moves through. You can see these lowered clouds. Not much to see there though, so not really the kind of live stream we want to see really. So we'll go ahead and hide that for now. I'll keep looking through Twitter here and see what else we were able to gather for information. Obviously, these are the dangerous storms. In fact, we're starting to see a much more pronounced tokako there. That's what you don't want to see with these storms. And, definitely a little rotation. It's not super powerful yet, but as this situation continues to develop, it will likely get stronger from there. But this would be right where I would be targeting if I was out chasing today. I'll tell you that much. It's just, environment is very, very conducive for tornadoes right now. Kind of off the charts. So keep looking through and see if I can show some other information here. And most of these posts are just things that I've already kind of overviewed. But so we're going to go ahead and switch back to the live news and see if they're showing any actual video of the field.
Be remembered as peace officers. That's our mandate moving forward in the days and the weeks ahead.
Getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. You're watching K-Texas News at 6.
Okay, we'll try showing this. Let's see what.
Olivia DeVenti, Mark Rowlett, and Evan Nemec.
I'm not sure if this is going to play, actually, to be honest with you. Might have trouble with playing videos in this. Let's see. Just trying to go live. It's not working. Alright, well, it doesn't like this plugin on my screen. As you can probably hear, it's playing through, but it's not showing anything on the screen here. That's annoying. Nobody said this would be a perfect broadcast. That's what happens when things are live, guys. It's just, these things do occur. So anyways, for now, I think I'm going to be shutting off my microphone and we'll just be watching these storms. So I will be plugging in here if there's any tornado warnings issued, but for now, does not appear to be any. I'll just keep checking periodically here. But yeah, nothing else really more to say at this point. Obviously, it's still an ongoing situation with this severe weather outbreak during the COVID-19 pandemic. So a lot of craziness going on in the weather at this point, and in the news in general. I mean, and obviously tomorrow, potential again for severe weather, in the Midwest. So very, very unusual this time of year. Happens on occasion in the Midwest, but this is looking like it's going to be a pretty bad outbreak for the Midwest as well tomorrow. So we'll see. I might be live streaming that as well, but I will be turning off my microphone for now, and we'll be coming back shortly to update you guys if any tornado warnings are issued.
for Americans, as well as, of course, we're now having sort of partial lockdowns and even total lockdowns in various cities and states across the country.
You know, Colby, a week ago we did a special. It was actually less than a week ago, and you had held up a test and also a mask, and you said, "I'm getting the test, but I can't get my hands on these masks." Has anything changed in that week? Are these essential tools any more accessible to you in your practice?
All right, can you guys hear me okay? Should be able to hear me now. Go ahead and turn the microphone back on. So something quite interesting happened. You can see these storms that we've been monitoring. They appear to be weakening. So we'll see. They could redevelop, but you know, often when you see these storms starting to really lose a lot of momentum, lose a lot of forward speed, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean it just needs some time to recycle and redevelop. But in this case, this storm that we were originally watching had a very high tornado risk at the beginning, but now it's not looking so good. It's looking like it's probably dissipating, which is good news for the people in the area. But I'm surprised I thought that one would continue to organize. This one as well, we're starting to see a bit of dissipation in it and a weakening in the overall storm structure. But over to the north, I just want to draw awareness to this. This area is looking pretty robust right now. This cluster of storms developing, especially this one here around Snyder. Actually, this right over here by Mangum, Oklahoma. I chased a tornado right up there just this last year, which did produce. It was right there on it. Actually, I would have been able to get very close, but as many other storm chasers will admit, that day was a bit of a nightmare. We had a gridlock of storm chasers. Everyone chose the exact same storm somehow, and it was just pandemonium. It was like it was just bumper to bumper cars, everybody chasing this one storm right here. So it was bad. But this is an area that's very familiar with having tornadoes. We're gonna go ahead and zoom in further detail on this one little supercell here. Go ahead and turn this off so we can see it a little bit better. So definitely starting to see a bit of curling in the storm, a bit of that classic bean shape for the Hook Echo. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the super res velocity. And sure enough, you start to see some rotation developing. It's very weak right now, but right in there, starting to see some rotation developing. Let's go ahead and go up to the higher tilt in this storm here. Yeah, it's still not very well developed, so there at tilt 2, you can definitely start to see the broad area of rotation we have developing right there. So the storm in Oklahoma might actually do it as well. It's certainly reaching pretty intense levels here, and I certainly think this one has what it takes. Certainly getting some large hail in Hedrick, Oklahoma right now. Go ahead and zoom out here if I can. Emulator is quite bad at zooming out that I'm using. There we go. All right, a little far, but I'll be able to zoom back in here. It's fine. Yeah, it's also just freezing because this emulator just doesn't do as good a job as if it was actually on an Android device. Okay. So yeah, back to the southern storms. You can start to see the full scale of this outbreak. We've got two clusters of severe weather, basically. I believe you'd call this kind of a bimodal event. We got this one cluster here, and then we got a second cluster up here. So it's a very kind of isolated event here. It's affecting only small areas. Like basically, if you just look at where all these storms are affecting right now, it's really just here, here, and here. So I mean, it's a pretty isolated event. Of course, you got another little supercell right there, but that one's a little bit less likely to be as well, yeah, it could certainly still do it. Let's not say that. But as for right now, it doesn't have a ton of organization. But even these ones here, just ahead of the cold front, have the potential. But this one being well ahead of the cold front could certainly end up doing it in Oklahoma. Not super robust rotation, but right here, if you look right in that area right here, starting to see some definite rotation developing. This is a tilt 2. Let's check what it is, a tilt 1. Yeah, this one could certainly do it right in here. And actually the southern storm as well, right in there. Right in here, we're seeing some more rotation developing. So we'll see. These storms further to the north actually are seeming a little bit more. Oh yeah, definitely. You can see the hook echoes developing in these. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got some tornado warnings quite soon here. So maybe we'll be watching these ones for right now and keeping an eye on it. But yeah, these 3 storms here right now seem to have the highest risk. Certainly something to be aware of if you're in the area, of course. But yeah, the storms to the further to the south seem to be dissipating a little bit. So I don't want to say just yet that it'll be a bust event down there, but it's certainly looking like it's possible unless they reorganize. Anyway, so for now we're just going to be kind of watching these clusters of storms now, because these ones appear to have the highest risk. Nothing else I really think would be worth sharing at this time, but certainly as soon as any tornado warnings are issued, I will be right back here to update you guys on the current situation. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Should be working now. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick update here. I'll likely be canceling the live stream at this point. Just as nothing's really occurred in the past 2 hours as live stream. I mean, certainly we've seen some very strong storms with some tornado potential, but they appear to be weakening at this time. There's a couple that are a little bit suspect, but overall, the areas we were watching that are the highest risk have kind of not materialized into much of anything. So yeah, we'll likely be calling it here. I'll kind of show you guys the situation here. So we have quite a strong storm here around Roosevelt, Oklahoma. This one I think still has the highest potential. Kind of showing that one there. Definitely some rotation, so we'll see. If this one produces quite soon, maybe we'll keep this running. But if we look further to the south at these initial storms you're watching, see some strong wind speeds in this actually, but all the severe thunderstorm warnings have been uplifted. This one's still, you can see when we get a good look at these storms, there's really not a lot of hail, meaning the updrafts have definitely weakened. So a lot of these storms are starting to dissipate, as we noticed maybe an hour ago when it was just really not showing a lot of growth, a lot of strength in the storms after the initial, kind of pulsing up of them. So this outbreak may end up being a bust, surprisingly. Sometimes even when the parameters are quite robust, you can still get these kind of events where just nothing materializes. So I mean, we got a squall line here that's developed right on the cold front. I'd be curious if they've lifted the tornado watch. I don't think they have, but I'm so curious on this one. Yeah, this one's got a little rotations. That one could definitely do it, but still, no severe thunderstorm warnings on any of those. The most powerful storms are just to the north here. See, this one's definitely still pretty strong. This one seems to be weakening quite a bit. Kind of highlight the ones I'm looking at. Always forget that you can't see the cursor there. So that one's weakening, that's L. This one, definitely the strongest right now. We're just seeing the warnings just kind of disappear over time here. So it's looking like this outbreak was a bit of a bust. I'll show you guys this one around Tulia, Texas. That one has some strength, but overall these storms seem to be kind of dissipating. They don't seem to be showing a clear strengthening, which would indicate that this might be kind of the tail end of this already. Surprising, sometimes when you have off the charts parameters, you can have these events, but we'll see. There could still be one or two tornadoes through the night, but it's certainly not looking as robust. It's looking very disorganized as far as the entire system is concerned. See if I can see if the tornado watch is still active or not. Let's see here. Yeah, it's still active. Yeah, it doesn't expire until around midnight, but it's just not looking very robust. We'll see. Certainly, you'll post in the comments if there were any tornadoes, but I'm tired. I got to work first thing in the morning tomorrow, so being that the sun setting here, it's just you won't be able to really see very much when over there. I guess it would be about 5 p.m. out there, so I mean, there's still time left in the day, but it seems very disorganized. So this live stream, unfortunately, was a bit of a boring endeavor, if I'm being honest. So we'll see. I'll consider maybe doing this again tomorrow, depending what the forecast looks like tomorrow following this event. But yeah, if you do take part in this and watch the video, I do thank you very much for watching. And consider maybe subscribing if you want to stay up to date on severe weather in North America and Canada too. I'm actually Canadian myself, so this year I'll probably be sticking to Canadian chasing while this COVID-19 continues to wreak havoc on our civilization. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Hopefully there's some nice storms in Ontario and maybe in Quebec, and I'll be able to chase those. But other than that, yeah, at the rate we're going, I don't know that I'll be allowed in the United States until this virus kind of goes away, basically. So, yeah, on that, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day. Stay safe if you're in Texas or Oklahoma, because could still be a few tornadoes through the night if these storms, redevelop and reorganize.